Ah, best friends. Yeah, you know, those people you could pour out your soul to, and they accept that you're some weird weeb. Yeah, those people. Disregard that I'm literally answering my own question because I want to seem cool, and in reality, I'm not. I'm just a person sitting in my own bedroom recording this voiceover. That literally watches a lot of anime. So, g'day, people. This is my very first YouTube video for this channel, You Sparkle Art. If you don't know me and this is the first time you have heard the username You Sparkle Art, then g'day. My name is Kat. Actually, it's a nickname my best friend gave me a long time ago. Hence, who I will be talking about today in this video, Storytime, how I met my best friend. I will be changing any names of places and people mentioned in this video for privacy reasons. Let's get started. I believe I were about 14 at the time when I changed schools. I was a very quiet kid who liked to draw and tend to have kept it to myself. My old school at the time, which for the purpose of this video I will call Dusty School, because where it was situated was in a small rural place that was extremely dusty with lots of red dirt. At Dusty School, I briefly met this girl whom I will call Silver. I thought Silver was a very cool girl that liked punk rock fashion, that said hello to me a few times. Little did I know that she would later be my friend. This was probably before I turned 14. I really admired Silver and badly wanted to be her friend. But by the time I had enough courage to approach her, she moved and I didn't hear of Silver again. Fast forward to almost 12 months later, it was decided that I were to change schools because of being bullied. I remember at the time I was so happy to be changing schools and leaving the bullies behind to have a fresh start. My new school at the time, which I will call Western High School, was a lot bigger compared to Dusty School. Western High School had around 300 students from years 7 to 12, and of course that obviously blew my mind after coming from Dusty School, which only had a little over 100 students from kindergarten to year 12. It really was a small school. I still remember that it was an hour and 10 minutes travelling both ways via bus to get to and from school. And by the way, I actually had to catch two buses. It would be about 45 minutes on the first bus and about so much time on the second bus. It was a little bus from where I lived, and then I had to catch the second bus into this town where I went to Western High School, which made my days extra long, but it was worth it. I also got along with most of the other kids I had to catch the bus with. After a while and a bit of time passed, I hadn't picked groups at the new school and wanted to take my time before making friends. It was one lunchtime though, however, after being there for a few months. I wanted to draw and found myself sitting on these steps outside where there were bubblers and you had to walk up these stairs to go and have a drink. And I love to draw and I kind of kept it to myself, as hence I mentioned before. Later I had this girl come up to me who was short, had half of her head shaved, had a bit of a punk rock attitude and a bit of a punk rock dress about her uniform, school uniform. We had to wear school uniforms, and and I thought it was really cool. And guess who it was? It was Silver. And I was in very much disbelief that I thought I would never see this girl again. and she asked me if I wanted to join her and her friends for lunch. Of course, I was very much heck yes, and I went and sat with them. Silver introduced me to a group of girls who I will call Vicky, Elizabeth, Amanda and Sally. I'm sorry for the girls that I've had to change their names. They're very generic names, but hopefully you know who I'm talking about, Silver. They were all very nice, and the rest was literally history. These group of girls were in the grade ahead of me, and which I thought they were so darn cool for being that little bit older than me, and that I felt really cool. The following year, when they entered grade 10 and myself in grade 9 at Western High School, and I had been at Western High School for about 6 months, I hung out with them all the time, and those days with those girls were probably some of my happiest memories of high school. Silver over a while became my best friend. She had been there in our fangirling moments and in hard times. I actually have quite a few funny stories surrounding those times with these girls and those couple of years at that school. I thought I'd keep this story relevant to the illustration today, as it is actually Silver's birthday. Happy birthday, Silver, if you're watching this. Sorry about your name change as well. I thought it would be a nice tribute to you to have this as my story time as my first YouTube video, because you mean a lot to me. Yeah. If you liked what you saw today and what I've been doing in the background with this illustration that I did for my best friend for her birthday, please don't hesitate to hit that big fat red button down below underneath the video to subscribe, and give this video a like if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. All the feedback is great. And I might stay true to my username as a cheeky message to you. Always remember that you sparkle, and until next time, bye! Testing 1, 2, 3. I can't get used to this. This is so weird. Ah la 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 la. La 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 la. Clearing my vocals. Ah la 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 la. La 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 la. I'm recording. I'm recording. La 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 la. Okay, I think that's a pretty good warm-up now, and to get a feel for this new microphone, which I am not used to recording in, but I am getting used to it by now. Hopefully the audio isn't too horrible and that people will be able to understand me. Okay, that is a wrap.